Hey, good morning. What's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? Today, feeling pretty good. The weather is a little bit alright. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about all the stuff I missed growing up as a Jehovah Witness. Now, I'm sure, as a lot of you already know, and as a lot of you can all confirm yourself, you've missed a lot of stuff being a Jehovah Witness. Some of the stuff I missed the most were sports. Like I've always liked sports. I've always liked basketball, especially. I was actually pretty good at basketball, but I never got the chance to really recognize it, right? When I was little and the kids outside would be outside playing basketball or football or whatever, because they were not Jehovah Witnesses, my father would actively come out. Jay, what you doing? Nah, come back in this house, sit down and play video games. Jehovah Witness parents got to be the only parents who, instead of saying, hey, it's a beautiful day outside, why don't you go play? They'll say, no, there's worldly people outside. Why don't you stay in and do something else? Read the Bible. That's one of the things my father used to love to tell me to do. Like it was some type of recreational activity or something. Like it was something I would look forward to doing. You bored? Well, why don't you read the Bible? That should be fun. No, that's not fun. That's the opposite of fun. I never liked it. And when I was a freshman in high school, I snuck on the basketball team. Lasted for all of about 3 or 4 weeks until my parents found out. And of course, I had to get off the team because, hey, you can't be associating with those worldly people. I'm like, what, the same worldly people I'm in school with 6 hours a day? Them worldly people? Like, yeah, because you don't want to be around them 9 hours a day. Oh my God, it was the worst. This is something that I definitely regret and pretty mad about missing out on. The next thing that I really hate that I miss is birthdays. Like I really wanted to celebrate not just my birthdays, but birthdays in general. It looked like it was always fun. Like whenever there was a birthday in my classroom and they'd bring cake and ice cream or they order pizza or something like that, I couldn't get any. I couldn't even eat pizza. I used to have to excuse myself from the classroom. And sometimes I try to be slick and I say nothing, but unfortunately my parents will already go up to the school and tell the teacher, hey, if y'all have any type of birthdays or any events like that, you need to excuse my son. I don't want him participating in any of it. So I couldn't even sneak and be quiet. I did have one teacher who was clutch as hell, who used to sneak me some cake and ice cream sometimes. And she'll sneak me some pizza, which is actually very dangerous because if I would have told my parents, I'm glad she trusted me enough to do that for me, because if I would have told my parents and they reported it back to the school, she could have gotten fired. So shout out to my teacher, Miss Smith. She was bomb. She was clutch. I was so happy she used to do that for me. But she was literally the only teacher my entire grammar school experience that would do that for me, And yeah, and it affects me even till this day, because even though I'm grown, I probably shouldn't have like a hankering for cake and ice cream on my birthday. I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I be acting like, hey, yeah, this for my kids, but no. If I didn't have kids, I would like my cake and ice cream, please. Thank you. I would like Neapolitan, maybe with a little bit of extra chocolate. I like vanilla too. Oh, the Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean. Oh my God, with some nice Jules cake. Oh my God, it's the best. Y'all can't beat that. We do Mariano's cake now. I'm a little bit sedity. But something else that I used to miss that I really, 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 really used to irk me is cartoons. First off, on Saturday morning, it was hard to watch cartoons anyway because we had to go out of field service, as y'all know, which I personally hated, but yeah, we had to do it. So not only did we miss field service, but there were just certain cartoons I wasn't allowed to watch. Ninja Turtles? What do you mean ninjas? I don't care if they're cute little teenage turtles. They're ninjas, which is against the Bible somehow. I don't know where in the Bible it says thou shalt not watch ninjas, but yeah, for some reason, my parents were like, nah, ninjas are spiritual, are demonized or something. I don't know, but I couldn't watch Ninja Turtles or the Smurfs, hecky no, They were magical creatures. Care Bears, get the hell out of here. There were some horses too. My Little Ponies, yeah, they were magical ponies. Can't watch that either. What else? I could watch He-Man. And I remember specifically there being sorcerers in there, and I'd have to turn off the episode with the sorcerers. But my go-tos were Transformers, Animaniacs, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, which was extremely racist and violent, but they're okay to them. And like, as long as they're not practicing spiritism, we're good with those. So yeah, those were my go-to cartoons. And it's still to this day, people are like, oh yeah, you know, I grew up watching Smurfs. I remember all those. To this day, I've never watched a full episode of the Smurfs. To this day, like right now, I'm just too grown for it, and it doesn't attract me none. But yeah, I've never in my entire life watched a full episode of the Smurfs. Is that crazy? Absolutely, that's crazy. And I mean, I guess it ain't a big regret, but it's a pretty big regret. And another thing that I really missed out on was friends that weren't Jehovah's Witnesses. This one really irks me, you know, because I think still to this day I'm affected by that. Like I still to this day, if somebody's not a Jehovah's Witness, I feel like we don't have nothing in common. Still to this day. You know, like, it's hard for me to be friends. Like, it's just, well, the thing is that I had this one friend, right? His name was Daniel. He was my man, $100,000. Like, if he was a Jehovah's Witness, it'd been great. Like, we were so good friends that I'd be like, you know, Ma, can we go kind of go hang out with Daniel or whatnot? And she'd tell me, nah, he's not a Jehovah's Witness. If you want to hang out with him, why don't you preach to him? Try to get him to become a Jehovah's Witness. Preach to him and his mom. Now remember, I'm a little kid. And I had to tell my friend, my good friend at school, we can't be friends unless you become a Jehovah's Witness. And I used to try to preach to him. And of course, he's a kid too. He's like, man, I don't care about no Bible. There's something wrong with you. You're crazy. You're a crazy person. Get out of here. And we still have fun and kicked it and stuff like that, but only at school. I couldn't develop no relationship with anybody who wasn't a Jehovah's Witness outside of school. And you want to know like something that's like really crazy? The craziest part about that entire thing is that even though I only could hang out with Jehovah's Witnesses, the times I probably got in the most trouble, the times where I done the most reckless and unsafe things, it was with Jehovah's Witnesses, present and accounted for. Not even joking. Some of the times where I was like the most in trouble, where it's just like, yo, Jay, this could really go bad. Like one time, I was at this hotel party, right? And everybody in the hotel party, we was smoking and drinking and running and playing, just running wild. Everybody in there was going wild, right? Police come to the door. Police come to the door. And this is the thing about hotels, when you're in, especially having like a little hotel party. If you don't have keys, because the hotel, of course, don't allow that. And if you don't have keys, you are trespassing and you are going to jail. And since most of these parties happen on the weekend, and as we all know, the judge don't get in till Tuesday usually, you sitting in jail for the next couple days off a trespassing charge. You know what I'm saying? I almost got caught one time because the police was on our floor. They said, hey, you know that sound. And as soon as he said that, we all took off running. But it was so many of us that we all kind of scattered. And when we opened the door downstairs, it was like 4 squad cars. I had to run past a police officer who reached out and tried to touch me. He touched me. Like, I had on like, it's funny that I'm wearing a jacket like this because the jacket I had on was kind of like this. And he grabbed my shoulder, but his hand slipped off like that. And I just took off running. Fortunately, my car was parked because the parking lot was full at the hotel. My car was parked like 2 blocks away. And we was all running. Like, it wasn't like just one of us. All of us was running. And he just reached out in the crowd and he did like this, hit me with one of those. And I was, whoo! I was like, oh, ain't gonna be in no jail till Tuesday this weekend, baby. I've never been in jail. But I almost, that day right there. I guess that's not like a huge, like, oh my God, you could have died type of situation. But I could have been arrested. And I was hanging out with all Jehovah Witnesses. But I couldn't have no Jehovah Witness friends. But I couldn't have no friends that weren't Jehovah Witnesses. It's crazy, man. I don't know. But if you got any stories like that, please leave it in the comments. I would love to. As you know, I read the comments. So leave it in the comments. Let me see what y'all talking about. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, why haven't you, man? Y'all need to go ahead and subscribe. We can talk. I need more friends. Especially more apostate friends like myself, you know? Holla at you, Guala. Deuces.